Hello, everybody. My name is Noel Clerkin. I am the founder of Wiser Working in Belfast. We are a resilience and performance consultancy, and we work with leaders and managers and organizations to help them to build resilience and to reduce their stress. I'm delighted to be able to contribute to the 12 days of calm for Christmas. I think it's a great idea. And what I'd like to do is share with you an approach that we use in our client organizations. And it's not so much a technique as such, it's more of a strategic perspective. So what I mean by that is taking a more long-term view to how you manage your energy and your stress. And if you can put in place or understand certain principles and put in place certain adjustments to your lifestyle, then you're less likely to end up in stressful situations to begin with. So you create more neurological balance and self-regulation, which in turn allows you to function a lot better on a day-to-day basis. So what I'd like to do is share with you the model that we use, and it's a graphical model, so I'm just going to share my screen with you. Okay, so here's what the core model looks like when it's illustrated. The core stands for continuous optimization of resilience and energy. And this optimization is achieved essentially from our nervous system, or more specifically, the regulation of our autonomic nervous system. So the autonomic nervous system, you may be familiar with the terms sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous systems. Well, they are part of the autonomic nervous system. And the way we've broken down the system is into three dimensions. So defend, achieve, and nurture. Defend and achieve are both active modes. So in this situation, if we're in defend mode or achieve mode, we're drawing on the sympathetic nervous system. It's like the gas pedal or the accelerator pedal of a car. So we're revved up for action, and consequently, this is taking our energy. To compensate for that, we need periods of rest or recovery, which we call nurture. And that's when the parasympathetic nervous system kicks in. And so a healthy body is one where there's a good interplay, a good balance between the sympathetic and the parasympathetic nervous system. Without that balance, we end up burning out. And this is key to building resilience, knowing how to balance these modes to begin with. And if we can achieve that, the rewards are amazing. We feel much more balanced, much more open-minded, open-hearted, and we're able to engage with the world a lot better. And we're able to be more calm as well. I'm just going to elaborate slightly on the modes themselves. The defend mode, you're in defend mode whenever you're feeling fearful, cautious, or angry. And this is a sign that your fight, flight, and freeze response has kicked in. So you've seen something that you don't like, or something that's made you uncomfortable, or someone that's made you uncomfortable, and you automatically go into this mode. It's very fast acting because ultimately it's designed to save your life. However, we find ourselves, I think, with modern living in this mode way more often than we're actually designed to be in it. So it can be very draining if we're not careful, and it can be also self-perpetuating. So the more we get into worrisome, anxious patterns, the more likely they are to keep continuing. The next mode is the achieve mode. Here it actually feels quite good. We feel excited, stimulated, focused. We're moving towards something that we really want, and that could be approval and recognition or some type of reward. We're anticipating a dopamine hit. So it feels actually quite good to be in the achieve mode, and we need this in order to grow and get the things in our lives that we need and that we want. Here we have a picture of a lion out on the prowl looking for food, so very stimulated, very focused. However, this achieve mode, like I mentioned, is also drawing upon our energy. So we can't be in the achieve mode all of the time, otherwise we're going to get burnt out. Which brings us to the nurture mode, and here we see these lovely lions playing with each other. So this moment of connection between the animals is something that we as mammals also need and benefit from, and these are moments of connected calm with other people. So if we're in the presence of loved ones, people that we trust, it can be very, very calming on our nervous system and also on the nervous systems of those that we are with. If, on the other hand, we are around people that we feel threatened by or we're not able to be ourselves with, it has a more stressful response on the nervous system. So that's why loneliness is such an issue when it comes to stress. Our body craves the connection of other people and that reciprocity that we have with other people's nervous systems. We kind of need to feed off that in order to calm down our own nervous system. Uh, for optimum nurture, obviously we need good quality of sleep as well. That's where most of our recovery is going to come from. But we encourage our clients to find moments of nurture during the day, and that's obviously through connecting with other people, but also taking time out for meditation, naps, or even hobbies that we just enjoy, things we love to do for the sake of doing, not because there's any big reward or outcome at the end of it. And so if I was going to summarize, the model looks like this. Graphically, you want to see a little bit of defend because it's impossible to avoid the defend mode. But if you think about yourself on a day-to-day basis, if you're in defend mode and you're experiencing any of these emotions on too regular a basis, we would suggest that you find ways to manage that. And the best way to manage that, I believe, is to increase the nurture element. So nurturing yourself forms a perfect antidote, if you like, to the defend mode and to the stress mode. And so for long-term performance and optimum functioning, we recommend alternating as much as you can between the nurture mode and the achieve mode. So thinking of your life as a series of sprints rather than one long marathon where you're just going to eventually burn out. And keeping that analogy in mind, I think can be very helpful to give ourselves breaks on a very regular basis, because we know that it's going to help us to perform better over the longer term. I hope this is useful. I love partnering with other people. If you're working in organizations or you think that anything that we do at Wiser Working might help the work that you're doing, please reach out, noel@wiser-working.com. I'd love to hear from you, and I wish you a great calm Christmas, and yes, stay well. Thank you.